So you came here to learn what the best sight is to use in Phantom Forces. Well, you came to the right place then. Before I start the video, I would like to say I run a Twitch channel at twitch.tv/cornycobbleweb and I stream Sunday through Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. I would love to see you guys there. This is also the first ever video I've actually edited on myself for this channel, so please let me know how the video looks in the comments. Tell me what I'm doing right, tell me what I'm doing wrong, tell me what you want to see more of, just things like that, but let's just jump right into it, I guess. In this video, everything is subjective and comes down to personal preference, so you may have a different opinion than I do, but I'm also going to look at some statistics and show you statistically what the best sight is you could possibly use. So let's just start with a little story. I recently got back into Phantom Forces back in April. I used to play back in mid-2018, and I've noticed a lot has changed. Since 2018, there has been new guns, new sights, new attachments, just a whole bunch of stuff I have to learn. And so, when I first got back in, I started streaming it again. And everybody in my chat was telling me to use the DCL 120, because the DCL 120 just came out, and apparently it was the most busted sight you could use. And it still technically is. Now, I never knew why it was busted. All I just knew, it was big, and it was slow, but it had no recoil and no matter what gun you put it on. So, I did what any other reasonable person would do, and I went to Mar. Mar said the reason why the DCL 120 was so overpowered was because there was no magnification to it, meaning that the zoom was practically nothing. So what you normally see by just looking out with your own two eyes is what you saw in the DCL 120. Therefore, you see basically no recoil. Let me make a rule of thumb here. The less magnification a sight has, the less recoil it's going to see. So in order to find the best sight, you're looking for sights that are 1, visible, 2, decently fast, and 3, have low magnification. The DCL 120 meets 2 of these requirements but does not meet the mobility requirement. The DCL 120 is slow. It's slow, but it has no recoil. So I would only recommend using the DCL 120 if the gun has really high recoil like the HK51B or the PPS-H. So you're probably asking at this point, well, what's a good sight to use? My personal recommendation and my personal favorite are the reflex sight and the delta sight. These are, in my opinion, the best sights in the game because 1, they're fast, 2, their magnification is 1.5, and 3, they're extremely visible. The only downside I can see using this sight is the delta sight with its reticle, because the reticle is really big, so therefore it might be a little bit hard to shoot at long range, but either you'll get used to it or you can use the reflex sight. And the best part is you unlock these fairly quickly, so you only have to play with the gun without the sight for a few games, and then you can actually get the good sight and then you'll be dominating. If you're worried about recoil with these sights, believe me, it won't be an issue. For most guns, you can fix the recoil by using certain attachments. I do have 2 videos talking about these certain attachments that you can use for your gun that have absolutely no recoil, and you can use whatever sight you want, it doesn't really matter. So if you want to watch those videos, go in the link down in the description down below, and you'll get to see what attachments you should use on your gun. Now, through this entire video, I haven't really talked about iron sights. And for whatever reason, if you like iron sights, fine. In my personal experience, in my personal usage in VIP lobbies, gun games, and all that good stuff, I recommend the IWI sight. Reason being, it just looks aesthetically pleasing, and you can see a lot when you're aiming down your sight. And believe it or not, all iron sights are magnified. They all are zoomed in. So using it like the DCL 120 just simply won't work, because they're zoomed in to a point where there is a lot of recoil. So please, for your own sake, just use a regular sight, man. Don't use an iron sight. They're ugly. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are wondering, this is not my gameplay. I asked my friend and he wanted to volunteer and get some good old gameplay. So I haven't seen the gameplay yet, but if he's going crazy, he's getting like millions of kills. Trust me guys, it is not me. I do not take credit for this gameplay. So please stop asking. But to wrap things up, the best sights are the reflex and delta sight because of their 1.5 times magnification and their compact size. I would only use the DCL 120 if the gun has absurd recoil and it's really hard to control. But as I say in the start of the video, these are only my recommendations, so you can take this with a grain of salt, and you might have a different opinion, and I cannot control that. But these are just, in my opinion, the best. Anyways, that's really it. So hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and make sure you guys are looking out for the next video because believe me, it is an absolute banger. All I can say, it is weaponized autism. But anyways, peace out.